Hi, I'm Tyler Hillier, and I'm here to tell you about sleep deprivation among college students in America today. Now, this is a huge problem, and one that I obviously take very personally, because it's something I have experienced quite a bit throughout college, and something a lot of people do as well. And I think it's fair to say that I am experiencing it right now during this presentation, but I'll do my best. So, did you know college students are the biggest group in the United States that experience sleep deprivation? About 70% of college students in the country report being sleep deprived in some way or having trouble sleeping. Now, this is something that is being experienced by so many students. So because of how big it is, this is a topic that I felt we needed to talk about and figure out, okay, what can we do to reduce these kinds of numbers? So how much sleep is necessary for college students? Well, on average, college students typically get around 6 to 9 hours, which I think is a lie just from first-hand experience. I would say it can be closer to 5 to 7 sometimes, the amount of sleep college students get. And that's not just due to schoolwork and things like that, but we have social lives and we have so many other things keeping us up and keeping us awake, and that tends to cut into sleep a lot. So what the recommended amount is for students our age is 7 to 8 hours. That's the magic number of sleep we should be getting every single night to be well rested. The second we start lowering that number and going to 5 or 6 hours, especially during the exam weeks and things like that, well, that's trouble. Looks like my cameraman's falling asleep right now. You okay, bud? Okay, alright. So what are the consequences of sleep deprivation? Well, there's quite a few, which makes this a pretty big problem. So the first one is a weaker immune system. Getting less sleep will obviously make your immune system weaker and make you more prone to illness. And you want a strong immune system when you come to college where you're living in a community like this. Next is feeling stressed out. It is easy to be stressed out in college as it is. So the last thing we need as students is to be sleep deprived and get even more stressed out. The next is increased weight and obesity. Self-confidence is a thing a lot of people deal with, especially college students. A lot of people are worried about their image and their weight. So being sleep deprived obviously is going to contribute to that. So it's something we need to address. Lower GPA. You know, you can't learn when you're falling asleep in class or sleeping through them. And even when you do go to class, being sleep deprived means you can't retain the information as if you were well rested. So if you want to get your grades up, I know studying and cramming for those exams till 5 a.m. the night before may seem like a good idea, but it's more important to get some sleep. Depression and anxiety. This is something that also affects a lot of college students today. I think the numbers are a lot higher than what they would be reported. Now obviously if you're not getting enough sleep, that's going to exacerbate the effects of those things. So that's something we need to focus on as well. Lower sex drive is another problem. I mean, if there's anything on here that's going to convince college students to get more sleep, I think that would be one of them. Because if you're not getting enough sleep, you're not going to want to do it. Simple as that. Core athletic performance. I mean, this one is pretty self-explanatory. If you're falling asleep when you should be practicing and your body's not running at the capacity it should be, you're not going to be able to perform as well athletically. And if you're here on that scholarship, it's something you're going to want to think about. And lastly, lower self-confidence, which I think all of these above can contribute to that as well. So sleep deprivation is something you absolutely need to look out for to avoid any of these consequences. So, now that we know all the bad things, how can we sleep more effectively? Well, the first thing you're going to want to do is to put down the phone and put down the laptop 30 minutes before bed. I know it can be hard. I sit there staring at my phone every night, but that's not good, and it gets your brain fired up when it should be getting ready for sleep. So 30 minutes before you know you're going to go to bed, put down the phone and close the laptop, take out a good book, or just lie down. Those things get you ready for sleep and will help you fall asleep quicker. No caffeine after 3 p.m. That is also a hard one. Some people need caffeine to keep them going the entire day. In college, I know the caffeine usually starts around 10 p.m. with those exams coming up. But it's not going to help you fall asleep, so put the caffeine down, try drinking some water instead. Sleep only an hour longer than you usually do on weekdays when you're sleeping in on weekends. So one thing we tend to do is get really short amount of sleep on weekdays, and then when Saturday morning comes around, we sleep until like 1 p.m. Now this is not a better alternative. You're going to want to only sleep 1 hour more on weekends than you typically do on weekdays. Avoid alcohol before bedtime. We don't have to worry about that one though, because we're dry campus, right? Only use your bed for sleep and sex. So what this means is, if you're prone to doing work in bed or watching TV or doing other kind of stimulating activities in bed, your body will start to associate your bed with being awake and doing work. So stay out of the bed and keep that for just sleep, amongst other things. So why does this matter? At the end of the day, college students can only be as effective as the amount of sleep they're getting. I can say from personal experience, it does cut into things when you haven't gotten enough sleep. It cuts into your social life, it cuts into your grades, because you're constantly tired, and the things that you were enjoying doing, you can't enjoy because you're tired. So I think this is a big problem in America, and I think we could address it from very many angles, from the students, from the teachers, from government. I think there's a lot of ways we could address sleep deprivation, but I think it starts at the individual level, and I hope my presentation has helped you see the effects of sleep deprivation and what we can do as individuals to stop it. Thank you.